So there's roughly 1 billion people who use Instagram. Yet out of that 1 billion people, a very tiny percentage of them people are actually successful. And the question is, why is that? Well, in today's video, I'm going to go over why that's the case and what you can do to change it. What's up guys, welcome back. If you're new here, I help people build their influence and income on Instagram. Now, I recently ran a story poll on my page to find out why people think they're not succeeding on Instagram, and the results were quite interesting because the majority of people who answered, and I had quite a few hundred responses, are all saying the same things. Now, one of the first things that people were saying was a lack of consistency. So I think it's really important to get extremely clear on what consistency actually is. Now, consistency doesn't mean you have to post every single day. Now, I think that if you're starting out and you're trying to build your influence, trying to grow your page as fast as you can, then posting every day is important. But what's more important is being consistent. And consistency is about having a schedule, but a schedule that you stick to. Now, whether that is posting every day, whether that's posting every other day or posting every 3 days, you have to pick something that works for you and for something that you can actually stick to and be consistent with. Because look, the reality is that any success you have on Instagram, or just in life in general, any success you have is built upon your ability to do daily actions that push you towards that goal you're trying to reach. Now, for Instagram, it doesn't mean you have to be posting every day. A daily action could be messaging, messaging 10 of your followers every single day. It could be posting an educational story every day. It could be posting content every single day. You can decide what those daily actions are, but you have to do them consistently for you to then see that compounding effect over time. And I think that then leads you into the next issue, which was, if I just double check, which someone else put on the story poll, which was people give up too early. So I'm going to bring up this little picture on the screen here somewhere, and you probably would have seen it before, but it's the image of the guy who's got a little pickaxe and he's in a cave and he's trying to, he's hitting away at the cave, and he turns his back, and he's turned his back just at the moment, just before he's about to hit the gold or hit the diamonds. And I think that this metaphor is like spot on. It's so true. And I think that I completely understand this mindset that people have where you're working day in, day out. You're posting every day, you're creating every day, you're engaging, you're talking to people, you're doing stories, you're doing absolutely everything that the gurus tell you need to do. But for whatever reason, you're not having that breakthrough. And I think that what is extremely important is that you first get extremely clear on whether you're taking the right actions or not. Now, what the right actions are can be quite subjective, and it's different depending on what niche you're in. But this now comes down to, are you actually investing in yourself, or are you trying to just guess what it is you need to do? So if you're worried about whether you're taking the right actions or not, number one is go and hire a coach, or go and invest in a course. Go and speak to someone who's already done what it is you're trying to do, and find out what the right actions to take are, and if that aligns with what you want to do, then take those actions. Only when you're extremely clear on what the right course of action to take is, will you then be a lot more comfortable with being consistent and not seeing results. So I think what I'm trying to say here is that if you're working every day, on Instagram, doing what you need to do, and you're not getting results, you, number one, have to stick with it. You have to be consistent, because it can literally be overnight that something happens, something changes, your page takes off, and your life changes forever. At the same time, you really have to be self-aware and self-critical and ask yourself, I'm working every day, but there's a really clear difference between hard work and smart work, and the wrong work and the right work. You need to become crystal clear on what that is. And again, it leads me to the next point, which is one of the big issues people face is they just lack clarity of what they need to be doing. I want to tell you a very quick story that relates to this idea of clarity. So back last year in 2020, when I was probably around about maybe 30 to 50,000 followers, can't remember exactly when it was, but I started my own group coaching program. And the group coaching was to help people to grow on Instagram. That's pretty much the ambition of it. And it was a low ticket offer. It was £50, probably about $75 per month. And it started off quite well. But over time, I found that even with such a large following, I was actually struggling to convert people to something that was only £50 per month, which, in the UK is not that much money really. And I was struggling to get people to convert. And I really battled with why this was happening. You know, my page, I was getting up to now 100,000 followers. I was getting amazing engagement. I was, becoming well known in my niche, in my industry. Yet I couldn't convert hardly any of my followers onto this group coaching program. It was only when I realized that it was actually a lack of clarity that was actually stopping me from progressing. And look, the lack of clarity can come in many different forms. It can be lack of clarity in terms of what actions you need to be taking to grow the page, lack of clarity in terms of who to talk to, who to engage with, how to create content, or how to monetize. And for me, it was the latter of I had no clarity on the business aspect of my page. So on average, I was earning anywhere from say £3,000 to £5,000 per month. And once I invested in myself and I got my own mentor quite a while ago now, the clarity that I got from that within the first month meant that my business went from averaging 3 to 5k up to $20,000 to $30,000 per month. And I think that just shows the impact of clarity. It just shows that when you have someone who has been there and has done it before, and they say to you, look, Harry, this is what you're doing well, this is what you're not doing well. To go to the next level, this is the path you need to take. And when you have that roadmap, when you have that strategy laid out for you, it becomes crystal clear the steps you need to be taking. And as long as you're following that proven process, then things like consistency that I mentioned earlier, things like giving up too early that I mentioned earlier, those things don't become an issue because now you have something to believe in. Now you can see the light at the end of the tunnel, and you're much more likely to then keep going, keep progressing, keep pursuing that, and eventually you will be successful. So that really leads me on to the end of this video, which is basically a call to action. You have two very clear choices right now. Choice number one is you watch the rest of this video, or you jump off, go and watch some more videos, you take in more content, you keep doing what you're doing, and you just plot along, and don't really have any success on Instagram because you have no clarity, you're not being consistent, and you probably are going to end up giving up too early. That's option number one. Option number two is that now you take action and you decide enough is enough. If you're someone who's lacking clarity, if you're someone who feels as though they want to give up, or if you're someone who feels as though that they need that accountability to be consistent and you need that roadmap, then please check the link down below and book in a free strategy call with me. Now look, no strings attached. It's a free call for us to have a really casual discussion to find out whether you'll be the right fit to work with me and help you grow and monetize your Instagram. Now look, I want to make this very clear. If you're not willing to put in the work, if you're not willing to commit yourself to a process, if you're not committed to putting yourself into an uncomfortable position, which is what is required to grow in all aspects of your life, do not book a call. And if you're not committed to investing in yourself, both through time, energy, and financially large investment, do not book that call. I only want to speak to people who are absolutely serious about making Instagram a real life success for them. And if that's you, then click the link below and book in a call with me. If that's not you and you're not ready right now, then that's not a problem. Go and consume the rest of my free content. Get as much value from that as you can. Get value from everyone else's content. When you are ready, come back and book in a call with me. Okay guys, look, if you enjoyed this video today, don't forget to drop a thumbs up for me. Drop a comment down below as well. What's the biggest thing you struggle with? I'll try and give you some advice if I can in the comments. But other than that, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.